I am a suicide survivor. It's like something that we talked about earlier. 23 years in the military. I came from a broken home. Father left at 3 months old. Had my first drink at 11. Full blown alcoholic by the age of 13. Thrown out of this high school for hitting a teacher in the head with a desk. So don't ever do that, guys. That's frowned upon in this establishment. I had a chance to join the military or go to jail, and I did both while I was in the military. Joined at 17, became not only a drug addict, but an alcoholic while I was in the military. Stayed for 2 years, and they threw me out for being a drug addict and alcoholic. I'm probably the only guy you'll ever meet that actually got back in the military after being thrown out for being a drug addict and alcoholic. Got back in and almost got thrown out for a second time. And we can talk about that later if you want. But 9/11 changed my whole life and my trajectory. And I decided on the morning of, actually at 9/12 that morning, that I want to give my life to helping others that can't help themselves. And I changed my world around. I became Soldier of the Year within 3 years. Became a non-commissioned officer, and spent 23 years in the military until a training accident where I got run over by a Humvee, and it ran over my head and the whole right side of my body. And I lost vision in my eyes because I had a stroke. And of course, if you're in the military, if you can't see, can't shoot, we don't need you. And after 23 years, they said, well, your service is no longer needed. You're no longer Sergeant Kaufman. And that was Memorial Day, 2012. And that time is when I went out to my truck and attempted suicide. But my 6-month-old daughter saved my life. And I'm sure we could talk about that later. But at that moment is when I decided, wait a minute. If I'm struggling with this, I can't be the only one.